Welcome to Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy. Thanos took his time collecting the Infinity Stones. We already made a video about why Thanos waited, but what about the Avengers? Why didn't any of them try to go after Thanos and stop him much sooner?
He's saying it's our fault?
Yeah, basically.
Well, instead of asking why, let's ask, what if? Imagine an alternate reality where the Avengers went after Thanos long before he made his move. How would things have played out? Would the Avengers save the universe and stop the Mad Titan, or only make things way worse?
Open your eyes.
So imagine this. Back in 2016, Doctor Strange finds himself terribly bored. In between their movies, superheroes have very little to do. So, in his incurious boredom, Steven decides to use the Time Stone to just get a glimpse into the future.
What is your job exactly besides making balloon animals?
Protecting your reality.
So, would it be so terrible to know what the future holds? And oh boy, that's a terrible flash forward. So he drops out of his future sight before he can see the events of Endgame. Doc Strange decides to take action, preventing the snap from ever happening and stop Thanos before he collects the Infinity Stones. So there are two ways to go about this what if, the quick and boring way and the long, fun way. So let's start with the quick one.
Here we go.
Doc Strange summons all the Avengers with his portals to his sanctum. They prepare the perfect plot-proof plan, and everyone is on the same page. They sneak attack Thanos on Sanctuary 2, jumping while he's in bed, dreaming about his colorful rocks.
You have a rock collection? It's a mineral collection!
Before Thanos gets a chance to shout inevitable, the Avengers kick his butt and Scott goes in there just for good measure.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Thor puts his hammer on the Mad Titan, trapping him in place, and Doc Strange creates a portal around his purple neck and snap. Whoa! The heroes have won, Thanos is dead, and the universe has been saved. And it's all so very boring. I mean, it's all very practical and logical, but who would want to watch a movie like that? I'm guessing that's why Star-Lord had to lose it on Thanos in Infinity War, or why Thor didn't go for the head. Stories aren't interesting because they're logical. Nope, without emotion and tension, you have no story. So let's insert some drama into this what if and make things more interesting. So strap in, this is going to be wild.
This is where the fun begins.
Okay, going back to 2016, where Doctor Strange used the Time Stone to peek into the future. Now remember, while the Time Stone shows Strange the future, it also reveals many other alternate futures as well.
Went forward in time to view alternate futures, to see all the possible outcomes of the coming conflict.
Meaning that what he sees isn't necessarily set in stone.
Always in motion is the future.
But Strange is determined to stop Thanos, so he doesn't let the vague future prevent him from taking action. Doctor Strange sets up a meeting with most of the Avengers. No, not every MCU hero, it's just mostly the established Avengers from back in 2016. So, all the heroes who clashed in Civil War, as well as Thor and Hulk. The problem is, after the events of Civil War, Earth's mightiest heroes aren't on speaking terms.
The Avengers broke up. We're toast.
Broke up? Like a band? Like the Beatles?
But there's no time for such drama, the fate of the universe is at stake, so the Avengers are forced to play nice-nice. Since they're going against Thanos and his army, Strange decides to also call on the Guardians of the Galaxy. Gamora knows Thanos better than anyone, which will be crucial for such a paramount battle. Everything is set, and Doctor Strange opens a portal directly to Sanctuary 2. Thanos is caught completely off guard by the surprise attack. The heroes quickly overwhelm the Mad Titan from every direction, and it seems like the battle is over before it's even begun. But you can't just attack someone like Thanos on his own home turf and get away with it unscathed. Sure, the heroes surprise him, but Thanos, well, he's Thanos.
All that for a drop of blood.
And also, every baddie and their mama is on Sanctuary 2, and they've sworn to serve Thanos, who's like a god to them. So Thanos' army swarms the heroes from every direction. The heroes try to hold their ground, but here's the thing. They're divided. Many of them still hold grudges after Civil War, so they don't work as a team. This costs them greatly. On top of that, the Guardians of the Galaxy don't mix well with Earth's heroes either. While the heroes are kept busy by the Mad Titan's army, Thanos has his eyes on 3 targets. The first is Gamora, who knows where the Soul Stone is located. Then there's the Mind Stone, which is housed inside Vision's forehead. And finally, the Time Stone, which is inside a pretty necklace around Doctor Strange's neck.
Gotta get that stone out of here now.
It stays with me.
Once Thanos lays eyes on the stones, everything becomes clear. The heroes are threatening his life's work, his ultimate mission, so nothing can stand in his way. Thanos unleashes his full power on the heroes, and both the Avengers and the Guardians are shocked by the Titan's full cosmic force. Powerful heroes like Thor, Wanda, and Vision hold their own, but remember, this is the pre-Ragnarok Thor, so he's still using Mjolnir and not the Titan-killing Stormbreaker. And Wanda hasn't even come close to unlocking her Scarlet Witch achievement trophy yet. Now, during all the commotion, the Black Order are able to snag Gamora and lure both Doctor Strange and Vision into a trap. Thanos gets his hands on Vision, cuts him with his helicopter sword, and yanks the Mind Stone from his skull. Dead Vision. Doctor Strange looks around in horror. Everything went so wrong so quickly. This is what happens when you mess with the time stream. He must stop this. He must turn back time. Strange is about to use the time stone to undo everything, but Thanos turns the Mind Stone on Steven and uses its cosmic powers to take over his mind. Thanos simply holds his hand out, and the mind-controlled Doctor has no choice but to hand over the time stone.
That's some badass shit.
It's pretty badass.
Then the Mad Titan is about to kill Strange, but he's attacked by a furious Wanda. Wanda unleashes her full fury on Thanos, but he's able to fight her off with his 2 Infinity Stones, and he impales her. This is now Zack Snyder's Avengers. Thanos has what he needs. He's about to leave, no point in wasting time fighting everyone else. But the heroes regroup, realizing that Thanos is about to escape. They corner the Titan and attack. Thanos singles out the biggest threat, which is Hulk. He uses the Mind Stone on the Green Monster, turning him on the other heroes. The mind control Hulk keeps the heroes busy, but as Thanos makes his escape, he's confronted by Captain America. Steve summons Mjolnir, ready to make a final stand. Thanos gets pissed off at this point, so he just turns the Time Stone on Steve Rogers. Suddenly, Captain America reverts back to skinny Steve. His body can't take the sudden change, and Steve dies from old age. Alright, this is definitely a Zack Snyder movie now.
So dark! Do you sure you're not from the DC universe?
During the commotion, Thanos grabs Gamora and retreats to one of those donut ships. But just before he leaves the system, he self-destructs the massive ship, blowing it up and killing everyone inside. The heroes are dead, and it seems like all hope is lost. But there's a twist. As the explosion clears, it's revealed that some of the heroes survived. Hulk is obviously fine, no explosion's going to kill him, but the shockwave freed him from Thanos' mind control. Thor is mostly okay too, his Asgardian physiology saves his life. Iron Man and Black Panther also survived, their amazing armor shielded them from the massive explosion. But just barely. Every other hero is dead, they are all space dust. The heroes are lost in space, floating next to debris. But hope comes in the shape of a rainbow energy burst from nowhere. The Bifrost Bridge scoops the heroes up and sends them to Asgard. The heroes land, barely alive, and they are shocked to see that they were saved by none other than Loki.
Surprise!
Loki explains that Heimdall is watching everything that happened, and he saved everyone because there's a 50-50 chance Thanos will dust him too. Thor has no time to be mad at Loki for banishing Odin to Earth or lying about his death. They must go after Thanos. But Loki reveals that he was busy while the Avengers were off getting killed. The Space Stone is on Asgard. Years ago, he gave the Reality Stone to the Collector for safekeeping since he knew what Thanos was planning.
If only an idiot would give that man a stone.
Or a genius.
So he brought the Reality Stone back to Asgard, as well as the Power Stone. He doesn't explain how he got the Power Stone, but we definitely get the feeling that it was a Loki heist. Now, while it's a bad plan to keep 3 stones in one place, Loki explains his master plan to lure Thanos to Asgard and ambush him with his full force. And so, with no other option, the remaining heroes get to work. All the warriors from Wakanda arrive with a lot of vibranium. Bucky is with them. Tony and Bucky put the past aside because they're both grieving over the loss of Steve. And of course, they bring Fury, who pages Captain Marvel, so she arrives on Asgard as well.
If we do this, how do we know it's gonna end any differently than it did before?
Because before you didn't have me.
I like this one.
The real endgame is about to begin. While the heroes prepare for battle, Thanos gets the Soul Stone. He used the Mind Stone on Gamora, forcing her to reveal the location of the final stone. And we all know what happened on Vormir after that. Thanos arrives on Asgard, and he's met by an army of heroes. They're about to rush him, but Thanos changes the odds. Firstly, just before the battle started, Thanos used the Time Stone to look into the future and find the perfect way to win. Once he finds what he thinks is the best future, he acts. With the Mind Stone, Thanos creates countless copies of himself. Now, they're not real, it's a mind trick, all the copies are illusions. But for the heroes, the fake Thanoses are completely real. This confuses the heroes since they have no idea which one is the real Thanos. The epic battle begins as the Hero Alliance attempts to prevent Thanos from slipping by. But Thanos already fooled the heroes. He used the Time Stone to freeze time during the battle and sneak away. The copies are just there to keep the heroes busy. Thanos enters Odin's treasure room, where he finds Loki guarding the 3 stones. The Mad Titan finds it funny and ironic that Loki is the last line of defense. He simply tells the God of Mischief to step aside, and maybe he'll let him live. Loki obeys and lets Thanos take the stones. So Thanos reaches out for the stones, but it's a trap.
It's a trap!
It's an illusion created by Loki, and just as Thanos realizes it, he's attacked by a new foe, Hela.
You didn't see that coming?
Before Thanos arrived on Asgard, Loki freed Hela from Niflheim and made a deal with her.
Welcome to Asgard.
If Hela helps him against Thanos, then he will help her conquer the 9 realms and give her the Infinity Stones, and Hela agrees. Hela proves to be a formidable foe, something that catches Thanos off guard. Out of nowhere, Thor flies in and he realizes the real battle is in the vault. Thor and Hela combine their forces and overpower the Mad Titan. And despite having 3 stones, Thanos is in serious trouble. Thor unleashes a godly lightning strike on Thanos while Hela slices with her all-black Necrosword. Thanos' head is cut off and the Infinity Gauntlet drops to the floor. As the 3 powerhouses battle, no one notices Loki, who sneaks away to pick up the gauntlet. In secret, he built himself an armor made from vibranium, Uru, and Stark's nanotech. This protects him from the cosmic energy of the stones. This was his plan all along. Loki puts the other 3 stones in the gauntlet, and just as Thor realizes what's about to happen, Loki simply smiles and says,
Come on. What did you expect?
And then he snaps his fingers. Thor wakes up. He's on Asgard, but something is strange, like he's waking from an odd dream. In front of him is a giant statue of his brother. Loki himself is sitting on a godly throne. Loki has transformed reality. He's taken over the universe and become God Emperor Loki. Thor summons Mjolnir, ready for battle, but to his utter shock, the hammer flies into Loki's hand. This is Loki's world now. The rest of us just live in it.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Well, that was insane. Do you want to know what happens next? What other What If videos would you like to see? Let me know in the comments below or at me on Twitter. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. For Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy.